This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah,
just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And an alley to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On play action, Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It got his man complete. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Redskins' 48-yard line.
Set! 180! 54! Strip the ball. Strip that.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
They've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Haskins on the keeper, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
32, 54.
On 1st and 10, Stafford forced out to his left. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Johnson, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have posts.
A big play there out of Geis. 52 yards.
Washington Redskins, first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. On first down, here's Love. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
Second and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On second and 11 now. Haskins. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
32. 53.
Throwing again. Stafford. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Set. 280. 56. 10.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's Haskins into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over first and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Check.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, you got deep? What's here?
Now a give running right is Love. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of the time. They come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Love. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, 34 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Zebra! Out, 6-6, pull it high. Check 25, check 25. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T.
The first carry for the Utah man now. It's Joe Williams. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington! Darius Geis, 41 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 45-yard line.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. On the toss, here's Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. They'll run with Geis. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Now a run with Geis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, You get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll run it with Williams. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. First catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun. Stafford. Open man is Galladay. Complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there and a line first down. Stafford now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun. Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. Ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. And
he's going to go down again. Montez Sweat in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Running to start the drive is Love. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Love again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Break that!
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Stafford. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long.